Welcome back, everyone, to another weekly update here on SportsRender. I hope you're all doing great, and yes, we are finally back with another full tour around the Spotify Camp Nou construction site. After the big game this weekend against Atlético Madrid and that amazing win, works have officially resumed. For a few days, everything had gone quiet around the stadium, but now the trucks, cranes, platforms, and workers are back in action. And honestly, it feels good to return to our usual weekly rhythm. Let's jump into everything happening right now around the new Spotify Camp Nou. We begin today's tour in the corner zone, where the first thing we see is a truck delivering new material, mostly Lamas, the metal panels that form part of the facade. This is a great sign because whenever Lamas arrive, it usually means a new facade section is about to move forward. Nearby, another truck is fully loaded with sacks of debris, ready to be taken out. This tells us that workers spent the last days preparing the area for new tasks, clearing old material and making room for fresh installations. We also see two large boxes placed near the corner, probably containing technical equipment or smaller metal elements for the facade. On the upper levels, not much has changed structurally this week, but activity has clearly picked up around the platforms and cranes. From here, we continue toward Gol Norte, where things get a little more interesting. As soon as we reach Gol Norte, we notice a lot more workers on site compared to previous days. Trucks are arriving with metal beams, and several teams are working on the pipes installed under the concrete slabs. A platform lift is raised high as workers adjust these installation pipes, very important for future systems like drainage and cables. What's even more interesting is the preparation happening around the upper part of Gol Norte. Although we still can't access the camera view they normally use on the crane, it's clear that teams are active both on the lower and upper levels. This area will eventually open in Phase 1C, so every bit of movement here is important. Before moving on, we stop again near the corner, where another massive truck is unloading boxes. And trust me, there are a lot of them. All signs point to new stages of installation happening this week. As always, the lateral side is where most of the progress happens. The concrete zone at the start of the lateral is now fully prepared, similar to last week, but here we also see stacks of insulation material. This is likely rock wool, used previously in the diamond roof structure. Its presence means new roof insulation works may begin soon in this sector. In the lower interior zone, some platforms are working around the stair structures, placing reinforcements and preparing more beams. The big highlight, however, is the arrival of many new Lamas for the facade. Last week, they were finishing almost an entire sector, and now it seems they are preparing to continue with the next large section. If all goes as planned, this week and next week we should see more of the lateral facade taking shape, especially between the pillars where only the supports were missing. We also check the upper structure. Everything remains stable, no major new changes yet. Now let's move to the next corner for more details. In this corner, we can clearly see the supports installed weeks ago for the diagonal section of the facade. It looks like no new supports were added this week, but with the arrival of new Lamas, it shouldn't take long. A platform lift is raised near the structural tubes. Workers are probably adjusting the last connectors needed before installing the next facade pieces. Though progress here is slow, it is steady, and this area will look completely different once the Lamas extend across the diagonal corner. Now, let's shift to the south goal. This week in Gol South, the work is focused mainly on finishing supports for future facade panels, adjusting beams, preparing concrete slab finishing. We even see workers applying a cement layer on the alveolar slabs, something they've been doing for days now. On the support structure for the facade, we can confirm that progress continues but hasn't reached the same point as in the lateral or north goal. We also check the escuadra, diagonal corner supports. No new attachments yet. So overall, small but consistent progress here. Next stop, Tribuna. We finally head toward the Tribuna, starting with the main diamond of the facade. Here, workers are adjusting several metal pieces on the ceiling, with multiple supports already fixed. Just nearby, we see a lot of stored materials: rock wool, support beams, and large metal frames for the future glass installation. Around the cafeteria diamond, there are still 3 to 4 structural pieces that need to be attached before that whole section is complete. After that, the glass frame installation can begin. Inside the store terrace area, a concrete truck has arrived and is feeding a pumping system. Workers are covering the floor with protective plastic sheets. This usually means precise finishing work is happening. Platforms are active inside the stair structure, preparing more metal frameworks, while above, the scaffolding remains unchanged compared to last week. And with that, we complete our full loop around the stadium. And that wraps up this week's update at the Spotify Camp Nou. The break after the match slowed things down a bit, but today everything is back in motion. From new llamas arriving to concrete pours, platform work, pipe installations, facade preparation, and progress inside the Tribuna diamonds. Little by little, the new Camp Nou continues to take shape. Thank you all so much for watching another weekly update here on SportsRender. If you enjoyed this tour, don't forget to like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free and it helps the channel a lot. I'll see you again next week with another full update.